Southend just happens to be one of the better ones of South King. I mean, there's a whole bunch of new ones just open up, Soda Pony and Parliament, which is cool. There's more and more options, but Southend gets my vote as best coffee. And not too expensive, so yeah, it works for me.
And we're on the kind of the far end of King Street.
Well, I like to call it Sokai, South King. It's where dreams come to die. It's where people set up their, kids' clothing business or their niche, Russian sweet shop, whatever. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
So I'm sure you've seen a lot of good places come and go.
Yeah, I really miss my old hamburger shop though. Like it's like, as everything gets gentrified and more niche little specialist shops go, suddenly there's no more fruit shop, there's no more hamburger shop, there's no more, there was a butcher once upon a time, that's now a cocktail bar. It's just, it's changing, but it's cool. It's still got enough, like the Indian stores are still here, the Fijian Indian supermarket's still here where you can buy your incense and stuff and things and robes if need be.
And as an artist, this is an area that is populated by artistic people, as is Surrey Hills, as is this kind of whole inner west area. How do you find that it suits you as a musician?
I just find it's really free. I mean, I feel I can wear whatever I want. I could walk down the street holding my boyfriend's hand. I could sort of do whatever, be dressed anyway, going out or whatever, and I feel safe here because it's like the freaks are in the majority. So it's kind of like it's a really nice neighbourhood, and it's got a really good community feeling. I mean, like at the moment, we've been trying to stop, the West Connex tunnel from happening in St. Peter's. So, I got up and DJ'd, and people just, make banners and get involved in your Facebook groups and making shit happen. And, we had a massive rally down the road, and it's like blocked the road. Didn't quite have approval from the police, but it happened. So it's kind of cool. It's a real sense of community, which I really dig.
And it's not something you find everywhere in a metropolis like this.
I think so. Maybe it's just the nature of the people that live here, or the fact that the houses are so close together because they're all terraces or apartments. Whereas I think out in the suburbs where everyone's on their own quarter acre, maybe there's less of that connection thing. But I don't know. It's definitely happening here.
Do you miss home when you're away from it? I mean, you travel a lot.
Absolutely. I really do. It's I've noticed it when last time I went on a big tour and we went right around Australia with like Silverchair and Powderfinger, and that was like months, and it was really cool. But I was like, I felt when we drove in to King Street and I saw a lesbian couple arm in arm walking up the street, and I was like, yeah, I'm home. This is cool. Welcome back. Yeah. These are my people. Parker's Hill, the last unrenovated pub in King Street. Sydney Park. Fucking love this place. Now we're at Sydney Park, which is one of my favourite places in Newtown. Has a great history. Back in the 90s, there was lots of illegal raves at night here. I was at the last one. It was actually in this brick pit section here, and the cops came. There's like paddy wagons lined up around the outside, and they were trying to get to the decks to stop the DJ to get the needle off the record, and people just were forming a guard of sort of barrier around it to sort of keep them away, and you just hear like and finally, so he finally got the needle off the record. And then, but it was awful. There was like people being pulled out by the hair. It was like, I just ran away. That was the last proper rave in the 90s here. But now it's really cool. They have, there's a lot of nocturnal walking by single gay men over in the bushes over there at night time. There's really nice dub clubs, which is kind of like reggae sort of chilled out beats, one Sunday a month. And you can get away with the kind of small sound system and party if you clean up after yourself and get out by about 8 at night. It's kind of cool. But yeah, like reclaim the streets, and those parties often end up here. It's got a great history, something for everybody. The kids can play, it's really nice playgrounds, there's really nice lakes. It kind of looks like a cartoon. It's how you would imagine a sort of park would look like in The Simpsons, because it's all man-made. It's all just, once was a rubbish tip, now it's a park. But yeah, I love it here.
And plenty of dogs as well. It's one of the few dog-friendly parks in Sydney.
Yeah, there was a sort of on-leash, off-leash situation it's now off leash, but the man-made lakes down there, we actually got some swans, and one year was so sad. There was two swans and two, is it cygnets? Is that what a baby swan's called? Anyway, and they built like a little island, and they got their own Facebook page, and everybody was taking photos, and friends of the swans in Sydney Park. And then one day a dog came in, and there was no more swans. So now there's a fence around all the lakes. The dogs can't get in the lakes to stop death and destruction. Just a sad day for the dogs, but a good day for the swans.
Sounds like a football analogy. um,